Hello. Yeah, so just on a lark, I'm playing as the Koreans. We'll see how it goes here. I've got the James Bond theme stuck in my head because I've been watching Bond shows for a little while now. Alright, a couple things that need quarries. Let's see what we get here. Nope, nothing down there. Alright, let's move him up there. Start building. Alright, let's see what we get over here. I mean, when I'm watching the soccer desk here, I have all sorts of time to kill in the evenings with plenty of time to sit here and drop a Civ 5 game for a couple hours. So I figure this is the appropriate time to try and stream a game and see what I can watch. Alright, let's just turn that dude loose on Straight Up Explorer and see what we get. Hey, there's the Budapestians. Alright, let's keep on moving. This is a lousy terrain setup. Stuck out on a corner somewhere. Oh man, and another Civ right on top of this. This is a game that may get restarted. We'll have to see. Alright, so we're going to need to meander a bit. Ideally, we get our culture up quick enough to hurry up and grab honor as our first cultural advancement, and use that to help bump the culture up as we cap some of these barbarians floating around out here. Crap. He's going to get that one before I do. Alright, but I got my culture boosted. Yep, he snagged that one. Alright. So, we're going to adopt the honor policy because that gives us the culture for the empire from each barbarian killed, and that's what we want. Honestly, that's very likely the only one of the honor policies we will grab. We're going to add the shrine. We already added the monument to get the culture boosting faster, but we went ahead and added the shrine so we can get the faith boosting faster to try to get to the Pantheon as quickly as possible. And we're going to go ahead and add a settler and get our second city out there soon. So, let's start wandering up here and see what else we find. Don't like that there's somebody right on top of us like the Siamese are at this point. But not a damn thing we can do about it. That's not cool. They've got our dude bracketed there, so we're going to get out of that for this turn. Get up on high ground, see what we got. We got 100 gold. Alright, that works. And we're warriors getting beat up down here, so we're going to let him heal for a turn. Keep wandering this dude a little closer. We're going to hit where we've got a dude flanked. We're going to hope that dude soaks off an attack or two without taking too much damage. If we can't get our scout to survive a little, that's not cool. That dude just popped up, so that's going to suck. Alright, normally I like promoting my warriors, especially with the rough terrain bonuses, but we need to zap heal him. We'll close, we'll get back to that in a second. Alright. That guy's going to get a single hit in there and then we'll kill him. The reasoning for that is keep people further away from this full strength warrior. Let's go adopt tradition. Why? Because grants 3 culture in the capital, so we're going to get our culture boosting a little faster here. And again, we're going to use some high ground to find greater visibility, but then keep working this dude down to this fight. So we don't have as big of a flanking bonus here as we would like to have, but we did get our scout promoted, so almost always go for the visibility range. That's the whole point of having a scout out there. So we're going to go ahead and knock that camp off. We're going to back this dude to our borders where he will heal faster. This guy's going to get on the high ground and look around, and then we'll make a decision. We're going to get him worked over a little closer to our other warrior there. Really what we're trying to do is get to the point where we've got a worker on the ground, especially to get that marble quarried, because that will help us build our wonders a little faster. Let's pull this dude over for a bit of mutually reinforcing location. I have a feeling that barbarian warrior in the black and red there is going after Budapest just to go, well, no, guess not. Thought he was going on a panty raid after Budapest, but we'll put a couple of hits on him here. Hey, so Skellogg's thrown in there in the chat that which version is this that I'm playing? This is Civ 5 with the Brave New World and Gods and Kings expansions. I'm playing as the Koreans, which is one of the DLCs. Generally, I shoot for diplomatic victory, which is funny given that I'm a wargamer and all that. But generally, I shoot for the diplomatic victories. I've always found it a little more fun to have to try and wrangle the diplomacy side of things than just straight up plowing through people militarily. Part of that is, quite frankly, the cost of running the military game is pretty expensive for your civilization, and that gets to be a little problematic sometimes. So diplomatic victory kind of suits the way I tend to play. One of the things I try to do is grab the wonders that give you the bonuses to trade routes and the bonuses to get the Forbidden Palace, because that gives you the extra votes in the World Congress when that comes up later. So it's a bit of a long game you're shooting for there. We're going to go for Liberty. Those first three right there tend to grab pretty regularly. We'll grab Patronage later to unlock the building of the Forbidden Palace, and then after that we'll go for Commerce. Because we're playing as the Koreans, rationalism gives you the science boost. Honestly, not sure how much longer I'm streaming tonight, because otherwise you guys are going to have to listen to me talk to the concession stand for a while. But just wanted to test the concept here, make sure it was working. All right, I'm going to get that guy on the high ground for max visibility and then put him in healing mode. This dude, I'm going to walk around a little bit longer, mainly because I don't want this Siamese scout grabbing all the goody huts before I can get to him. This guy is coming home, and you heal faster when you're in a city, so we're going to let him heal in the city. There's a lot of this stuff that I just intuitively do, usually faster than I'm even thinking about. So I'm going to have to be real careful to remember to narrate things to everybody as I'm doing them. One of the things that'll be tricky with the terrain right over here, just so y'all know, I'm playing in the strategic view mode. Part of that's my computer horsepower. The regular view of the game looks like this, but you can see it takes a second for my computer to render all that. So when I stay in strat view mode, it goes a little faster. So one of the challenges is if I'm going to build Petra and get the extra trade route boost out of that, I got to build it in or adjacent to one of these desert tiles. But if I can drop a city down here adjacent to this this landlocked lake, then having the lake means I don't need to build an aqueduct to get the water bonuses. So to build them adjacent to the lake and open going ocean means I got to drop them in one of these two hexes. That means I got to be careful with how close I build whatever city I might try to put Petra in. This one is going to be way too close right in here, so I may have to drop him in one of these two up here, which means he'll be landlocked, and whatever city has Petra will not be a port city. Can't build it too close to Seoul, and Seoul is not adjacent to the desert. I moved off of that on purpose because at the time I didn't know this was a peninsula, and I wanted to make sure I had Seoul in a position where I could have water going out either direction there. So that's what I was after. That's what the thought process was there. All right, let's just see. Okay, so we just ran out of real estate there. Okay, so we're gonna pull this warrior up here, kind of in a position where he can see some stuff, but also where he can park it and heal a little bit. However, this scout's about to come out of his healing mode and be able to just start exploring a little more. There's my masonry. So as soon as I get my first worker, we're quarrying that marble as fast as possible. Alright, this scout's got the visibility boost. I want to run him along the coast and just see as far as I can off the coast right there. See what we get. Budapest is under attack. Alright, well, unfortunately I'm not in a position to really go do much for them. Alright, so I'm choosing some production down here. I want to get those pyramids built as fast as possible. So, this dude, I'm going to go ahead and walk all the way around and drop my next city over here next to the cotton, where I'm in range of both the cotton and this silk. This cotton and this silk. And I'll come back later and add another city, probably in here, where I'll try to build Petra later, but I'm still far enough away from even unlocking the technology to build Petra that it's not that big a deal. Alright, so we got a barbarian unit encampment created over here. Can't get to him, he can't get to me. We're just going to ignore it and keep going. But I was only able to see him because I had the increased visibility range from my scout. Alright, so we're going to run this dude up the coast here. Go visit the Budapestians. Alright, this guy is going to get visibility over that look, and then we're going to put him into healing mode here in a minute. I'm going to kind of hang in here on the stream, probably only another 10 minutes or so. This was more a science project than anything to make sure I could stream. We're going to remove that black right up there, so let's go see what we got. This was kind of making sure I could stream far more than it was actually needing to stream. But I may turn this on to stream again tomorrow for a little bit. I'm working the desk again, and we got a couple of birthday parties in here, so there ain't going to be a whole lot going on other than me sort of hollering at some kids every once in a while. Alright, so I get to adopt my next policy. What I want is I want the one that gives me a worker, because that's going to get me building close to the pyramids as fast as possible so I can go quarry that marble. The very next thing we're doing, though, is we're getting this aristocracy, which gives me the production boost for building wonders. So this dude's got to get straight to that marble so we can start quarrying. That's got to be the priority there. Normally you wouldn't wander a settler around here unescorted, but we don't have any barbarian camps in the area, and there's not likely to be any appearing. We would have seen them because one of the things that Honor does as our bonus is whenever there's a new barbarian encampment spawned in any territory I've already revealed on the map, it gives me the alert that it's there. So if a barbarian encampment pops up right here, we're going to get an alert saying that it did. Alright, unfortunately this dude's not adjacent to Budapest, so killing him won't give me the friendship bonus of Budapest, but we're going to go ahead and take a whack at him and pick up some XPs for our scouts. See what we get. Alright, so this dude's just going to sit here for a turn. This guy's going to start quarrying as fast as possible. Let's see what that does to our pyramid building. Alright, so we're at 16 turns right now to get the pyramids built. 15 turns. Once that quarry gets built, that's going to drop. The other thing we're going to do is put our citizens in production mode. And that's going to speed it up a little bit also. So we'll wait till our turn unlocks here. So production mode, we go from 15 turns to 13 turns. Not worried about the population boost or anything right now. Just want to get the pyramids built as fast as possible, get those extra workers on the map. Alright, this dude is going to go ahead and take a whack at that guy, get him off the map. Gives me another 8 culture boost, but that also gets him really close to his next promotion. Alright, who needs orders? This dude needs orders. We're not going to try and fight with him here. We're going to run away and let him run up into Budapest, and then between the Pestians taking a shot at him and getting adjacent to the borders where I can kill him, that'll work for us. Alright, so the challenge here is I don't want to accept this embassy. I want to trade embassies with him rather than have him pay to put an embassy in my capital, because I don't have writing yet, so I can't put an embassy in his. Which means he knows where mine is on the map. I don't know where his is. I don't like that idea. I want to be able to have both of us see in each other's capitals. So. Alright. We're going to scoot him over a little bit and then heal where he can see into Budapest. This dude's going to run away and let that warrior come attack Budapest. And in the meantime, my settler down here is almost in position. Yeah, the Great Library's already been built. We knew we weren't going to get to the Great Library. We didn't even try for it. There was no reasonable chance of getting there. Alright, so I'm one of the world's most progressive people, which is cool. Alright. This dude, we're going to go ahead and wake up. We're going to run him through Budapest, even though it may take a friendship hit, because I need to bring this guy around behind that worker. So what we're doing is we're sacrificing that worker on behalf of Budapest. He can't get away through our dudes. He can try and get away over here. Alright, so we just got our marble down here in Seoul, so you can see our pyramids are really jumping ahead in production. Alright, we get the opportunity to found a pantheon. Let's go back on this. So a lot of the pantheons are sort of resource based. You get bonuses based on plantations or quarries or mines or fishing boats or whatever. We've got a handful of mines out here that we might eventually get to, but we're not sure how fast that's going to happen. Otherwise, I don't have an abundance of any particular resource to shoot for, you know, pastures or fishing boats or anything like that. With the Koreans, +2 science with the city connection is a good, helpful one. I think what we may do is we may just get those monuments built as fast as possible and try and jump ahead on those ancient classical wonders. So we're going to grab that one. Yes, we want to adopt that one now. Watch what happens. Our pyramids get that much faster. Getting to our pyramids gets that much faster. Alright, so this dude is just plundering right here. We're going to let him plunder. We're going to back our guys out a little bit. Alright, here's our next city. Build it. First things first, we want to get the shrine built because we want to get the faith boost going to try and get to our first, to try and get our religion founded as fast as possible. I'm not in a hurry to build monuments because I get free monuments if I get this far on tradition. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time to get there, but I should make up the difference killing barbarians. So I'm not in a big hurry to get there. The next thing we'll build is the library when that's ready to, once we've discovered writing. This dude's going to sit there and just heal for a turn. Alright, so right here we've now got the marble quarried. Before I start quarrying salt, I'm going to go ahead and irrigate the wheat fields. Try and get the population boosted a little quicker. Alright, so this dude is making a play for Budapest proper. We can get a couple of hits in there, but we're going to wait and let Budapest itself take the first shot at him, and then we'll come back around to him. Alright, we cannot get directly to hitting this guy this turn, even though we've got a movement of 2, because we've got a river that's going to cost 1 to cross. So we're going to get into the woods and make him come to us. And if he doesn't, then we've got opportunity to flank him. Yep, there he comes. So he just came across the river to us, make it easier for us to attack him. We're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, let's go back up here now. These guys have both healed up quite nicely. We're going to wake both of these dudes, and we're going to go ahead and take the shot at this guy. We're able to kill him. We're stealing the kill from Budapest, but hey,